Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Root Beer here with more of the 2001 Pascal contest. We're up to question number 17, and that says, in the rectangle shown, and they mean this rectangle over here, the value of a minus b is, okay, so we have a rectangle here. We're given some of the coordinates, 5, 5, and 9, 2, and we have this a13 and 15b over here. Okay. So there's a couple ways you can approach this question. I would say one that a lot of people will try is, we have the coordinates 5, 5, and 9, 2 here, so we can completely determine the equation of the line between them, and we're told it's a rectangle. So once we know the slope between 5, 5, and 9, 2, we want the slope of the perpendicular lines, the ones that end in A13 and end in 15b, we take the negative reciprocal, -1 over the slope between 5, 5, 9, 2. And using, our widths or our point slope form of the line or something, we can figure out the equation of those lines, and we know A13 has got to be on one of them, 15b has got to be on the other. We can solve for A and B, and then figure out what A minus B is. So that's one way to do it. There are a couple other ways to do it, and the way I'm going to show you is, because it's a rectangle, the line between 5, 5 and 9, 2 and the line between A13 and 15b are parallel and they have the same length, which means they'll have exactly the same rise over run. So our instinct is maybe to figure out the slope and then the line. All we need is really to figure out the rise over run. So I'll show you what I mean when I draw a picture here. And either way is fine. I think figuring out the slopes of the lines, however, figuring out the slopes of at least 3 lines, that's just going to take you a little too much time. So it's A13, 15b, we have 5, 5 down here, and 9, 2. Now because they're rectangles, these two lines are parallel, and they're also equal. Okay? Which means if I do the rise over run calculation here, I get a nice little right angle triangle with our rise, which I guess will be negative, and our run over here. If I were to just translate this triangle up, it would match perfectly right here. We get the exact same rise and the exact same run. The reason being, because they're parallel, they'll have the same slope, which means rise over run, that ratio will be the same. And that doesn't mean that the rises in both triangles are going to be the exact same. But now, if we know the ratios are the same and the hypotenuse is the same, we can work out using, Pythagorean theorem if we want to, that the rises will have to be exactly the same. So that's a little bit of the math going on behind the scenes. But all you really need to do is realize that these two are going to be the same triangle. So let's figure out the rise and run between 5, 5 and 9, 2. So we take the one we're going to, which is 2, minus 5. So we take the y-coordinates and take the difference between them for the rise. And then the run, we keep the order of the coordinates the same. We get minus 3 as the rise and 4 as the run. Okay. So now, up in this triangle up here, the rise is going to be b minus 13. So b minus 13 is the same as the rise, which we know is negative 3. And we can quickly rearrange that, bring the 13 over to the other side. And we'll get b is equal to 10. And then the run is going to be the same as 15 minus a. And we worked out that that's 4. So we could quickly rearrange, bring the 4 over to this side, the minus a over to this side. We get 15 minus 4 is equal to a. Or really a is equal to 11. And we're asked for a minus b. Okay. So a minus b in that case is going to be, 11 minus 10 is equal to 1. And that was one of the answers, I think. Was it B? No, B is minus 1. We're looking for E. And we just double check, yes, we want A minus B, not B minus A. Okay, so 11 minus 10. We're going to get an answer of E. And we can move right along. That was question number 17, I think. Yes, question number 17. So we're going to take a look at question number 18 in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.